everybody, it's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the anomaly, Dwayne O'Neal Robinson, back at it again with another YouTube video. Listen, if this is your first time clicking onto my channel or onto one of my videos, I want to welcome you to D-Space. This is a space and a place for you to gain positivity, motivation, and inspiration, all through the means of laughter. And I strongly encourage you to click on that subscribe button and on that bell. Therefore, when I upload, which is every single Thursday, you will be notified. And to my original subscribers, thank you so much for your love and your continuous support. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for the Black History Fact. And cut. Did you know that 1 in every 4 cowboys were black? Yes, despite what the popular stories, novels, and movies and what was depicted in the media, ladies and gentlemen, black cowboys were the ones that basically were the movement of the Wild Wild West culture. A matter of fact, the popular Lone Ranger was inspired by an African-American man known as Bass Reeves. So again, when it comes to cowboys, it's not just a Caucasian thing, okay? It is actually an African-American Wild Wild West thing, all right? And that is our Black History Fact for today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get straight into our topic of discussion today. Okay, learning how to deal with the learning curve. Learning how to deal with the learning curve. I know that statement sounds a tad bit redundant, but trust me, you're going to learn from me, hopefully from this very concentrated conversation that I will be able to dilute for you and break things down when it comes to learning, okay? So, listen, there are some things that whether if you want to look at it from a personal perspective or professional perspective that we have to learn. You all know that I believe that we do not stop learning until the day we die. Every day we learn something new. In our community in D-Space, we don't take L's, we take learning lessons, okay? So with that being said, there are some things that I definitely want to just highlight, put the spotlight on when it comes to the learning curve. Number 1, let's talk about our mindset, okay? Our mindset first. You can't learn anything new or enhance your learning, okay, if you are not in a positive mind frame, if you are not ready and willing to do it. No one could force you to learn nothing that you don't want to learn or you feel as if you're not ready to learn. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, what's very important is that you need to know what type of learner you are, okay? Some people are visual, some people are auditorial, some people are oral, they have to speak it, some people have to be very hands-on, they have to do it, they have to see various different examples, they have to see demonstrations, they have to use videos, they have to read it for themselves, they have to take notes, they have to record it and listen to it to themselves, they have to deal with repetition in order to get it, they gotta sing it and make it into a song, whatever it is, you know how you learn best. And if you are a parent, okay, and you have a child or you have children, you need to figure out, because it is your responsibility as a parent, okay, or a legal guardian to figure out how that child learns. So therefore they could get the information quickly and they are not feeling as if they are behind, okay? They are learning, they are up to grade level, and based off of how they learn now, you know that when they come home, you could reinforce it, okay, based off of what they learned at home or at school, and you could reinforce it at home. That's what I really want to say, okay? So there's that. So those are the two things. You got to have a positive mind frame, and you got to know what type of learner are you. Once you get those two things down packed, that will definitely make the learning curve and dealing with the learning curve a lot more effortless, okay? Now, I believe, this is my personal opinion, I have broken down the learning curve in 3 sections, okay, or in 3 parts. You got the beginning phase, you got the come up phase, right? You got the middle, the intermediate phase, the sweet spot. All right, then you got the 3rd level. You got the expert, the master level, okay? So in each different section, at each different level, 1, 2, and 3, they have their pros, they have their cons, they have their highs, they have their lows, and you gotta know how to deal with it, okay? So, numero uno, section 1, okay? Started from the bottom, now we're here. All right, this is the beginning phase. This may be you doing something completely new you ain't never done before. You don't know nothing about nothing, jack squat diddly. You are just dealing with it. It is fresh. You just came out the womb. Wham! Okay, this is the beginning stage for you. And this could be for various different things, all right? This is the first time you left home. You have left the nest and you are out on your own. Now you got to figure out how to pay rent, bills, and how to sustain yourself. Or it could be for a child. Hey, you know what? You're no longer in kindergarten, 1st grade, and 2nd grade. You're in 3rd grade now. And guess what? In the 3rd grade, we do testing. So stay testing at that. So if you don't pass this test, most likely you ain't going to move to the next grade. Okay? So that's something completely new to them. Okay? Or it could be like, I've never been a husband, I've never been a wife before. This is completely new. I didn't know that I had to deal with this woman snoring, and I didn't know I had to deal with this man farting all over the place. I'm not used to this. This is completely new. I'm a newlywed. This is a beginning stage. You got me? Good. Great. Okay? So at the beginning stage, this is where you just have to immerse yourself. Okay? In it. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be difficult, but if you have a positive mind frame and if you have a good attitude and you know how you learn, okay, and even asking questions, ask questions, because there's no such thing as a stupid question, okay? That's not true. Now, I will tell you this, you gotta know the right time and the right way. It has to be an appropriate way how to inquire that knowledge or how to ask that question in order for you to get the answer or to get what you need out of that individual or those group of people or the information that you need, okay? So that's the beginning stage. You trying to, you plant a seed and you watering it and you trying to sprout, okay? You trying to get everything that you can, absorb everything that you can. It's new to you. You're not locked in your ways or set in your ways yet. It's a whole new world, okay? You out here in these streets. You trying to get it so you can get it, got it. During this process, do not get overwhelmed. Move on. All right, that's the beginning phase. That's level 1. Now, the middle stage, level 2. All right. Again, you have finally got the ropes. You got the understanding. You're not a beginner no more. You could ride the bike without any training wheels. You good. You're a little bit wobbly, but you good. You're set. You're set. You got a form. You got a set schedule. You already know how to move in shape. All right. Example here is, all right, you got a promotion on your job, right? You leveled up. Okay, you're still in the same department, but you got a promotion on your job, so now you know, all right, I'm in the same department, I know how the system works, but because of this promotion, now there's more responsibilities, there's a new system that you gotta get used to. You still have to like do checks and balances between your old job and your new job, or math. Okay, in math, you know, you got different chapters, right? So you got chapter 5, for example. So you got section 1, so 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5 now, okay? You got to use everything from the other sections because 5.5 is where the test is at in order for you to build on, to move on to what? The next chapter of arithmetic. Okay, so the middle part is good. The middle part of the learning curve is good because you got a routine, you have a structure, you have an understanding of what on God's green earth you are doing, but you're still learning. There's still some things that you need to grasp and master and get down pat. Okay, it still could be a little bit taxing, it still could be a little bit annoying, it still could be a little bit like, man, I'm so over this, you know, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get through it, you're gonna do it. Now, the third level, the mastery level, all right? It may be the level wherein you are truly an expert. You don't need nobody to tell you nothing. You have done your part. It is definitely something that you know how to do in your sleep, okay, with your eyes closed. You know it forwards and backwards, diagonal, sideways, flip it, dip it, however you want to split it, you know it. Got it? Okay, great. But here's the issue when you're at that mastery level, okay, that a lot of people don't really talk about. And shout out to J. Cole, because I believe he talked about this so effortlessly. He's one of my favorite rappers, and he came out with a documentary about 4 or 5 days ago, and I suggest that you all watch it. But once you get to a mastery level of something, whatever it is, it could be in your career, it could be in a relationship, it could be within, you know, you just doing something that you love, and you start finding yourself no longer being challenged. You're finding yourself falling out of love of doing what you love, and that spark, that drive, that fire is no longer there, and you've hit a glass ceiling. You've accomplished everything, like a video game. You beat the video game. So all the other levels that you've done, like even if you try to do it, there's no purpose for you to play the video game again because you beat it. So it's not as if you need anything to conquer because you've already conquered it. That is when you really have to sit down with yourself and decide, figure out and learn what direction or what path do I take. Do I leave everything that I've known within this career path? Do I revamp or rekindle this relationship, whether if it is a professional or personal relationship? Can it be salvaged? Am I able to move on to a new city, or do I need to stay here because there's certain things that I need to accomplish? Or do I just want to continue staying here because I'm comfortable? That's a really hard question that we all have to come to terms with. And a lot of times when we get to that third level, that mastery level, we get so comfortable that it's very hard for us to uproot everything and to go right back down to level 1, wherein you have to start all over again from scratch, okay, and start completely new. And let me tell you, that is okay. Even if you have to start completely over, it is okay. Everyone has their 4 o'clock and their 6 o'clock. A clock or a watch that is dead, it is right 2 times out of the day, in the AM or in the PM. So it is all right if you have to revamp some things. It is okay if you have to start over. It's all right if you have to step away, take a break, take a nap, let that information just seep into your mind. You're weighing your options. You're discussing it with yourselves, your friends, your counselor, your therapist, your spouse, your parents, your loved ones, someone that you truly trust to bounce the ideas off of them, and they really know you so they can help you. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the learning curve, there's different levels to it. And it's not always about leveling up. It's also about how did you grow during those spaces? Did you learn some humility? Did you learn some grace? Did you learn some love? How have you grown from a personal and a professional perspective? Again, you have to really try to figure out, okay, at this section, I'm at level 1, I'm at section 1, I'm at the bottom, okay? But I am going to get to level 3, okay? I'm going to get to that mastery level. It's going to take me time. Do not, I repeat, do not watch anybody. You go at your own pace, all right? You go at your own pace. For some people, they may get learning how to play the piano in a year. Some people are already musically inclined and they are just naturally gifted. They got it, okay? All they need to learn is some music theory and they're well on their way. However, my favorite equation in life is this, okay? When you are consistent, okay, plus proficient equals success. Why I say that? The more you practice, the more you become perfect. The more you develop a skill, the better you get at it. Okay, so when you are consistent, that is building your proficiency, which will equal to your success. And there is many times this equation that I have personally come up with, okay, for myself has proven me right. Why? Because I've seen it numerous of times before, and I use the example of playing the piano. I've seen people who are driven and grounded and motivated and are willing to learn whatever it takes to play that instrument, okay? And they're putting in the hours, they're putting in the time, they're putting in the dedication, they're doing all they can to learn how to play that piano. Now, they may surpass the person, most likely they will surpass a person that is naturally gifted, because the person that is naturally gifted, you know, they kind of fondle the keys a little bit every now and then, and you know, they're not really practicing. They may hear something and they could play by ear, woody boo boo bam, or whatever the case may be, and they're done with it. Now, the person that has been practicing, that has been proficient, that is consistent and skilled, may outbeat them because of the fact that they're working at it. Listen, we're living in a day and age where our generation has changed. Our generation no longer wants to work hard. There's nothing wrong with working hard. It is true good labor, but we're about working smart. And working smart is definitely coming up with the strategy. Forget the prestige. We want to know how proficient we could be. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the best advice that I could give you, conquering and dealing with the learning curve. Every single day that we learn, I am going through it as we speak. You may be going through it as I'm speaking to you. So listen, just at the end of the day, bottom line, bottom dollar, last thing I could tell you, do not give up. Keep on keeping on, keep on pushing, go after what you want to go after, accomplish what you want to accomplish. I'm in the business of making dreams a reality, making a vision into reality. You break down those dreams into goals, whether short term, intermediate, long-term goals, and once you accomplish those goals, your dreams will definitely come true. That's all I gotta say to you, ladies and gentlemen. Until next week, Thursday, peace.